You are about to enter a safe space for doing some potent transformational work. The work that we will be doing in this session is around releasing the old story. And it is a completion to the soul retrieval work that some of you have experienced and moved through. But you can use this even if you haven't gone through the soul retrieval process or don't feel that that is part of your story. And you can use it to release an old love story, a story about who you are, what you are here to do, what you're capable of achieving. An old story that no longer serves you. We're going to open up with some smoke cleansing. I'm going to bring in some Reiki to support the journey, and then I'll lead you on a guided journey so you can step into your empowerment and you can do this healing work yourself, because you do have the power to heal yourself, and you do have the power to step into the role of creator and alchemist, to transmute the poisons, the pains of the past, and make them the medicine that allows you to step forward in all of your beauty and your birthright and all you're here to be. And so we're going to open up first with a little smoke cleansing. And we are going to call in first the energy of peppermint. Peppermint is wonderful for providing clarity. It also clears the head, so if you've felt confused about the way forward, your next steps, or maybe you feel like your space isn't your own anymore, and you're just really wanting to feel just that clarity and visibility of being able to see what's really coming up for you through being in your own energy. Peppermint is wonderful for warding on that level. Helps clear the air as well. So if you felt just heaviness in your environment, it helps to clear out that energy. We're also calling in some sage just to help support, clear out any outside energies that are still lingering. Also to call on assistance from our spirit team, our ancestors, to watch over us in the work we'll be doing. Calling in some rose geranium as well. Rose geranium also, it has a gentle energy. It helps open to love. It's wonderful for providing clarity as you enter the heart space to do healing work. And so this is very beneficial anytime we're doing release work, especially release work around a love story, a relationship that's coming to an end. And so this just will help to allow you to see things honestly, and it's this honesty that allows you to step into the release from a place of full acceptance that something has come to its natural close and now you're opening up to a new experience. And finally, we're bringing in yarrow. And yarrow is very much an herb of remembrance. It has everything to do with the past. It can carry sort of a nostalgic energy in it, and it feels very much aligned with the retrograde Venus energies that we're going to have come in at the close of next week. retrograde in Leo, and I feel like this yarrow energy is coming through as a plant ally for us to all work through in this cycle. I'll probably do a separate video talking about yarrow as a plant ally and its many uses. But this is something very beautiful to bring in. It's also clearing. It helps support in releasing energetic attachments and also keeping all lower vibrational energies at bay. It has a warding quality to it, an exorcising quality to it. So it's really good as well for clearing out spirit attachments as well, okay? And sometimes if you've had an attachment to the past for a long time, it can create almost like these hungry ghosts. We feed our old memories, we fuel them with our emotions, and in a sense we can almost create an entity that's fed by our attachment to these things that have not been completed, that can linger, it can cling to us. And it's actually something that we've breathed life into with our focus, and so this can help separate some of those attachments, so you can really come back into that clear space. And finally, you have some beautiful roses that were gifted to me by Goddess Body Rituals. She makes lovely things. She makes lovely things. She's going to have an Etsy shop coming soon. I don't get any kickback for this. It's just wonderful, beautiful, intentionally made, pampering self-care. And I was gifted these beautiful, sweet pink rosebuds. And just take a little, breathe in the sweetness of those rosebuds. Rose vibrates at the highest vibration of all the plant allies. Rose vibrates with that pure energy of love. It is that frequency of love. And I love this, kind of bud energy, like ready to open. And so with these being dried roses, it reminds me of the things that we were hoping would come into bloom in the past, but always remained tight in the bud, unwilling to take that risk of vulnerability to meet in that space. And so I love the symbolism of that in just doing this release work. I also love the promise in the bud, and there's two. I didn't intend that, but I picked just two out. So a lot of you will be using this to release attachments to an old love, somebody who really had a place in your heart. And this is also a promise that in releasing the old, you allow the new to take root and come into bloom. So just some really beautiful symbolism here. I wanted to bring in that kind of sweet, soft energy. I'm also bringing in the medicine of rabbit. Rabbit is a medicine that's associated with fear. And this beautiful neck warmer, oh, so soft. It was woven for me by a dear, dear, dear sister in my life, a wise woman, Janet Molinari. And she made this. It's Angora, so it's all rabbit fur, but it wasn't gained in any harmful way. It's just all from natural shed, and it's just so soft. Here, you just have to feel the softness of it. It's so sweet. I'm going to loan it to you when we do some journeying, but I'm bringing in this rabbit medicine because rabbit is about confronting our fears, and it's about when we don't confront our fears and we stay in a place of anxiety, we can call our fears to us, right? And so we're going to work with this energy a bit, and I want to bring in some of this smoke cleansing for you. I'm also going to bring in some Reiki as we do a grounding meditation. And so now would be a good point in this experience to determine if you're wanting to receive this healing session. Reiki must be granted permission in order for you really to be able to receive it. So you're welcome to also just take part in witnessing, receiving the smoke cleansing. But if you are wanting to receive the Reiki and all the other spiritual support coming in, just simply affirm yes at this time. I'm just allowing you to receive this smoke cleansing, bringing in hawk medicine to give perspective, to give clarity, to give messages from spirit that will guide you in this release work and the integration process that will follow. Bringing in hawk medicine to help you get a fresh perspective, to see in a new way, maybe even see opportunities for healing in this situation through this letting go and what can be on the other side of it that you weren't able to see before. And also hawk medicine to give you clear sight as you do this journeying work that I will be leading you through. It smells so good. It's like earthy and sweet at the same time. Take that in. It's really beautiful. Okay. We are going to be working with this mother energy, Virgin de Guadalupe, Mother Mary, just that divine feminine energy. And I made this rosary a while ago. It's made with waruo seeds, and these were gifted to me by my dear sister Kali. She got them in Peru when she was down there doing ritual and working with some medicine there. And she brought them back to me. They were blessed up by the shamans down there. They prayed over them, and they're just very special. Ooh, they're wanting to stay like this. This is interesting. They're wanting to stay like this. But I made these, this necklace, this rosary. It's a rosary. It's a rosary, though, to respect the endings, the deaths in life. And I wanted to pay some reverence to some release work I was doing at the time. And there's even like a dice on here. Look at that, like snake eyes, right? Just to symbolize that, anytime our number is up, we don't know how long we got, right? But also to symbolize that there's always a chance, a risk we have to take in life, a risk we have to take in love. You never know what you're going to get, right? But we do know that life is ever changing. It's not static. It's constantly shifting, evolving, and we're a part of that natural flow. And so just like we get to enjoy the sweetness of life, there's also times when we have to accept the losses. We have to move into that place of release willingly. And each of these beads, there we go, that separate the waruo seeds is a little skull. And that's really speaking of the ancestors, the wisdom that comes from that which has passed, right? The roots. And so I'm going to give you this as we go on this journey together, if you'll receive it, just for protection when we do the journeying work. Okay, let's put that around. All right. It'll watch over you. It will give you protection as we do that journeying work. I'm also going to lend you this because it's just so soft and it's just so sweet, and it'll cover your head, it'll cover your crown, and it will bring in just a feeling of being held in sweetness as you do this journeying work to release. It'll help bring a little softness in as you do this release work. So can I place this on you? I want to give you just like a little soft space around you, okay? So I'm going to call in some Reiki now as I get you prepared to do your journey. You want to just relax your body, put yourself in a comfortable position, you know. You can receive this seated, you can receive this laying down. Just make sure you're comfortable and relaxed. I'm going to call in some Reiki to support this healing process, where those of you who have been through soul retrieval work, you will be able to release the soul parts that you're still holding on to really close that soul retrieval process. It's so essential. Those of you that have not done that, and this is your first time working with any of these sessions, and you're not familiar with the soul retrieval process, I will put links in the comment section, pinned there, so you can review that if you're curious about it. You can use this session to release the old story, and I'll cue for that so you can use it in that way, okay? So just get comfortable. Take a few deep breaths, taking the breath all the way down to the bottom of your belly, letting it rise and fall. Just really consciously call that breath in, that prana. Let the breath support you as you do this release work. The breath is a wonderful ally for creating space when it's needed. Just opening things, helping clear the energy. It creates expansion. The breath creates expansion, and it's particularly helpful in the case of emotional release. So if in doing this journeying work you feel any resistance come in, if anything starts to feel heavy for you, if the tears start to flow, anything can happen in this kind of a healing process. Notice where the sensation is in your body. Notice where you're feeling the physical sensation in your body, and use your breath to drop into that space and create room. And I think you will find yourself feeling a lot more open and free. And I'm just removing some energy, just kind of like clinging to the auric field so we can get you nice and in your own energy as you prepare to do this journey and work. I want you to go ahead and take some nice deep breaths and close your eyes so you can go internal a bit and visualize from the base of your spine, right there at the tip of your tailbone, roots descending, reaching down toward the floor beneath you, descending deeper down through the foundation of the home you're in, breaking into the earth below, down through the top layers of soil, down through the nutrient-rich layers of soil where all the earthworms provide nutrients for new things to grow, down deep into the adobe, rocky layers of soil, and deeper still into the unctuous layers of the earth, the water template, deeper still into the oily, rich layers of earth, down through the very bedrock of the earth, deeper still into the hidden underground caverns where the stalactites and crystal formations amplify the energy, and the waters, the limpid pools, bubble and brew with the heat rising from the earth's core, and deeper still into the deepest, darkest, most insulated, quiet layers of the earth. And just drink in this energy for a moment. Just drink it in. Can you experience how the darkness can be a place of rest, a place of fertility, the place where all new things are born? Take a seed of this energy and breathe it in so you'll remember this as you do this release and integration work in the days to follow. And now deeper still, bring the energy all the way down, 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 and plunge those roots into the earth's core and drink up that molten earth energy all the way up through all the layers of soil that your roots traveled, rising like sap, this creative energy birthing from the cauldron of the earth, igniting your own creativity within you, this transformational, grounding, rooting earth energy, and drink it up into that root center, Muladhara. I want you to envision right at the tailbone there, an orb of red light being filled with this earth energy, and then let it just clear away as well any heaviness you see there in your root chakra. And see any murky energy, any heaviness just being washed down those roots, return to the core of the earth, transmuted and composted, return to you as renewable energy. And as you drink that up, bring it on up right to your womb center, right where your belly button is, right at Svadhisthana, the sacral chakra, and see an orange orb glow there. And again, just letting this space be filled with this earth energy, clearing down your roots, any heavy energy, any murky energy that's in that sacral chakra. Returning to you as renewable energy back up through the roots. And then rise the energy up to your solar plexus, the place on your front body where your rib cage meets, and see a bright, golden, glowing orb form there. And again, allow that earth energy to fill that space. Transmute the energy, release any heaviness, and wash it on down your roots, allowing it to compost in the cauldron of the earth and drink it back up as renewable energy. Now just stay focused here. Continue to breathe into your power center, Manipura. Continue to breathe into your solar plexus. And as you breathe into this solar plexus, I want you to envision a light building your inner sun. View it as a reflection of Sirius, the dog star, the spiritual sun, merging with the solar energy of our solar system, which is the center of our universe. And you're aligning that energy with Sirius, which is the center of your universe, your spiritual soul. And I want you to envision this solar energy growing, okay? It's now starting to shoot its rays all throughout your body, chasing away any darkness, any heaviness that is clinging to you. It is being chased away into the shadows by this growing light, and allow this sun to continue to build and surround your entire body on all sides, above you, below you, behind you, before you, all around you, so that you are in the center of the sun. And you can make this sun as big as you wish it to be, as big as you feel it needs to be for you to have the space you need to do this work. If you want, you can make this sun surround your entire room. If you want, you can make this sun expand and surround your entire home. You can make this sun surround all of existence. It's all about how far out there you want to go, man, okay? I'm going to lead you on the journey now. And so at this point, I'm going to ask you, if you haven't already, to turn your attention inward. We're just going to go down the rabbit hole on a little journey of integration. I'll see you on this other side, okay? I want you to envision before you a meadow full of dried grasses. It looks like a field of gold. Already this field has been dried out from the heat of the sun, but it's still beautiful nonetheless, even though it's no longer in its first green verdance when it pushed through the ground into being. And just notice as you stare out over this field of gold, these grasses, you hear these grasses rustling with a gentle breeze. And this field is wide open. There's nothing in this field except for what appears to be a tree far, far, far off on the horizon. It looks just like a speck from your current vantage point, and Up above, there's not a cloud in the sky. It's just clear blue sky as far as you can see. And you decide that you want to step toward that tree. You feel like in all this heat and all this exposure to the elements, you could use a spell just resting under its forgiving burrows, giving you a little shade, a little time to just rest. And as you step forward, you start to notice brilliant orange poppies sprouting one by one by one in this field of gold. And as you step into this field of poppies that is now sprouting before you like a welcoming carpet, it's just stretching out before you as far as you can see, this brilliant shade of orange, vibrant shade of orange, just like Svadhisthana, just like your sacral chakra, that same beautiful orange flowing out in front of you. You realize it's like this beauty of heaven on earth. It's this beauty of heaven on earth. It's the manifestation of the creative energy that connects all of us. And you step forward into this field of creativity, ready to birth a new beginning. And as you step forward, that tree on the horizon, it comes closer and closer into view, and you recognize this tree. It's an old friend. It's a tree that you spent time with before, a tree that knows your soul well, and it's welcoming you. It's welcoming you to come and find shelter in its burrows. And so you continue forward, and now you're picking up your pace a little bit because you're really excited to see your friend. And as you step toward this tree, you open your arms and you wrap your arms around this tree, and it's like the tree's burrows, the tree's limbs wrap around you as well and hold you in embrace, and just drink in this moment of union, drink in this moment of communion with nature itself, and feel the sheltering of this tree, feel the strength and the solidity of this tree, feel the grounding of this tree as your roots now merge with this tree's roots, and you tap its medicine. It's here to give you medicine on your journey. And as you release your embrace, you look below and you know it's time to go on this journey. You see a great hole at the base of this tree. It looks like a rabbit burrow, and beside it there's a pouch. It's a medicine pouch, and it's a gift. It's a gift from your giving tree. And you are to take this pouch with you now, because it is going to be there to gather your medicines as you go on this journey and do this release work. You thank the tree for this gift, and you notice to the side there's Rabbit there waiting for you, and Rabbit's ready to guide you on this journey to face your fears, and releasing this energy that you're still holding on to, releasing this old love, releasing this soul part that you've held on to that is not yours to hold, that belongs to another. For some of you, it's releasing your old story and old identity, a phase in your life that you're ready to step out of now and into the new cycle. And Rabbit is here as your guide to help you to confront this fear of letting go, so that you can fully embrace the unknown and what's on the other side of this release. And so Rabbit beckons you forward now and guides you down this rabbit hole, and you take that medicine pouch and you attach it to your waist. You don't want to lose this medicine that you're going to gather along the way, and you start to follow rabbit down the hole. And you are climbing down this hole and you're noticing the earthy smells, and it's dark and it's damp down here, and you can feel the roots of the tree and the feel of the texture of the soil as you follow rabbit deeper and deeper down this hole. And you're going deeper and deeper and deeper and deeper still as you're journeying into the underworld to do this release work, to do this potent healing work that is going to open you to the chapter that is ready to open in your life now, as we get closer and closer to the point of the changing of the nodes of destiny and the point when you transform fate into your destiny and claim your birthright on the other side of this release. And you are preparing to descend into the underworld now in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And you now have touched bottom, and you look up and you see a whole world revealed around you. So just look at your surroundings. What are you seeing in front of you? Just take it in for a moment. You find yourself in a natural surrounding, so just notice what elementals are present here. Do you see earth? Do you see air? Do you see fire? Do you see water? Notice how these elementals are manifesting around you in your environment. And as you see your surrounding environment, notice that there's a path that is in front of you. And way off in the distance of this path is a light that's calling you forward. And I want you to step onto this path now and walk forward toward that light. And as you walk forward toward this light, just notice any animal spirit guides that come forward for you. These animal spirit guides are here to bring you gifts of medicine. So as they show up on your path, greet them in welcoming and hold out your hand. They'll give you a little seed, they'll give you a little something, a little symbol, a little magic for you to put in that medicine pouch that you have at your waist. So as you go forward toward that light, just gather your medicines, gather your magics, gather the support of these animal spirit totems, and keep them safely in your pouch, because you'll be bringing these medicines back with you to support you in the new chapter that will be unfolding in your life on the other side of this release. And you're now getting very, very close to this light. This light is growing, it's surrounding you, it's encompassing everything around you. This light is building and it's guiding you forward. It's beckoning you forward, and it's starting to envelop you. This light is enveloping you. And you step into this light now. And as you step through this light, you come out the other side. And you see before you the soul part that you are here to release, the soul part that you are still holding on to. It may be the soul part of another. It may be the soul of a particular time or place in your life. It may be the soul of an old identity that you used to invest in, that you have breathed life into. that is now ready to be released. It may be the soul part of an old love, an old story, perhaps a love story, perhaps a story about who you have told yourself you could be. And I want you to just take a moment now to speak your intention to this soul part, to speak your piece, to share what you need to share with this soul part, and to communicate your desire to now be free. To be free and to understand, if you wish to be free, you must also let this soul part be free. That it's time to let it go. That it's time to give this over to Spirit, to surrender it to Spirit, for Spirit to cleanse you of this old soul, this hungry ghost that has haunted you, that has fed off you, that has held you back for too long, so you can step back into the light of all you are here to be. Take a few moments now to speak your intention, to let this soul part know that this is the last time that you will be seeing each other, to release it with reverence and with the respect that is due for the lessons learned, to communicate to this soul part what you have learned, what gift you are taking from the experience. And in doing so, I want you to extend this gift to this soul part, to allow them to receive the gift that you want to offer them as you are giving them this release, this freedom, which in essence is the highest vibration of love. Love is freedom. Love is release. And love reminds us of that eternal flow of giving and receiving, that what we release also pours back into us. And so now you will see this soul part, whether it is the soul of an old story or the soul of an old place, an old identity, or the soul of another, an old love or someone dear to you that you've held on to for too long, that it's time to allow them to be free. For some of you, it may even be a loved one who has transitioned and you've been in a deep process of mourning, and it's time to respect that they have transitioned and it's time for their release, and to know that that love always unites you, always connects you, that there is no separation. We are all one energy, that this is the truth. And you will always hold this love in your heart. Whatever it is you are releasing, whatever the story is, the soul that you are releasing, it now wishes to give you a gift that you will carry forward and you will put in your medicine pouch. And so say yes to this gift and open yourself to receive it, because it is the completion of this cycle for you. And for some of you that have done this work, it is the completion of your soul retrieval, and it will be the seed of your future. So just take a moment to receive this gift now. And now it is time for you to say goodbye and experience that release. And so you turn away and you face that light once again, and walk through the light to the other side and break on through. And you now find yourself heading toward that entry point that allowed you to travel into the underworld. You're retracing your steps on that path, and you want to make sure that now you pick up the pace as you leave the past behind. It's time to move forward. It's time to move forward without any obstructions on your path, free and clear. And that rabbit is there to guide you, and rabbit is starting to move very quickly. And so you're keeping pace with the rabbit, and you start to allow yourself to break into a run, and you're running, and you find yourself back at the bottom of that base of the tree, and you start scrambling up the roots of the tree. You're coming back up that initial portal, and you're running, crawling. A different kind of running when you're crawling up the roots of the tree, and you run all the way up towards that light that breaks you out at the base of the tree, and you break out into the light of day, and you turn to see the roots of the tree close before you. Just take a moment, take a few deep breaths. Flutter your eyes open. Allow yourself to get a view of your surroundings. Send some love from your heart to the tree for holding space for you. Wrap your arms around the tree trunk and just give it some of your energy in gratitude, in reciprocal flow. Tell your old friend you'll be back another time, but that your souls are always interconnected. You'll always feel this sense of rootedness. All you ever have to do to feel this sense of rootedness and connection is just close your eyes and just envision this tree. Envision your arms wrapped around the trunk of this tree, and you'll feel your souls merged. You can bring this sense of grounding with you forward as you move into this new cycle. And so you tell your tree friend goodbye, and you turn and you look back from the direction you came, and one by one, all of those poppies recede, and you're back in that field of gold. Welcome home. I made some rose water. I made this rose water with the first heirloom bloom that came in a beautiful pink rose bush that we have out back. And so I want to just share a little bit of it with you and just anoint you with this to bring in some beauty. Just give you a little bit of this on your third eye there, so you can see all the beauty before you, and give you some blessing. I'm also going to put a little on your crown, so Spirit can pour all the beauty that it has into you, and that it will water your life and make beautiful things grow. Little on your throat there. So you may speak words of beauty. So you may sing medicine songs of healing. And so you can step into the beautiful truth of who you are. May beauty be before you. May beauty be behind you. May beauty shine above you and rise beneath you so that you will see the beauty that is all around you. Thank you for dropping in with me.